Hello everybody. So today we are going to learn about PS and PDS file. You know, PS stands for physical sequential file and PDS stands for partitioned dataset. PS is just like any flat file. You can compare Word files or Excel files in Windows operating system with a PS file in Mainframe. And PDS is just like Windows folders, which can contain multiple PS files. First, we'll see how to create a PS file. In order to create a PS file, we go to options 3 for utilities and then to option 2. Here you can see option 2 is for allocating, renaming, deleting dataset. And there are some other actions also which you can perform using this 3.2 option. So we typed 2 and click enter. So now another window has opened. Here you give the command A and under the label name, this is the label name. Here you have to provide the name of the dataset you are going to create. In Mainframe, the dataset names can be maximum of 44 characters and it consists of qualifiers. What is qualifier? If you see, the first qualifier of your Mainframe dataset must be your login ID. So this is your login ID, that is your first qualifier. Then give a dot, then give the other qualifier like first dot PS1. Okay. So here few things you note that the dataset name must be enclosed within quotes. The first qualifier has to be your login user ID. Then you can have other qualifiers and they should be separated by a dot. Each qualifier can be maximum 8 characters long and the first character of the qualifier has to be an alphabet. It cannot be a number. And the maximum length of the dataset name should be 44. It can be less than 44, but should not be more than 44, including dots. Now, once you have decided the name of the file we are going to create, and then press enter. So here it is opening another window where it is asking for some parameters. These parameters are nothing but the attributes for your PS file, the properties of your PS file. All the parameters need not be provided, but you need to provide some of the basic parameters. So here, see the first important parameter is volume serial number. Volume serial number is the number of the disk or tape drive where the file is going to be stored. Every file you create that will be stored somewhere in the memory location. And in Mainframe, all the memory locations are consisting of multiple disk drive and tape drives. They are called DASD, direct access storage device. Okay. Now each DASD has a specific number assigned to by the system. So that system can recognize each DASD. That number is called the volume serial number. If you know the volume serial number, you can provide it here or you can leave it blank so that system will pick up the default volume serial number. Then you have device type, that is the type of device you are going to use. If you know the device type, you can type it here or you can leave it blank so that system takes the default device type. Next, you have the space unit. When you are creating a file, that will occupy some amount of space. So before you create a file, you need to tell the system that this file is going to use so much of space. So unit of space is here in Mainframe, blocks, tracks, and cylinders. Normally for small size file, we can use tracks. So here you give TRKs for tracks. And then you give a primary quantity and secondary quantity of the tracks. Suppose I give 2 as the primary quantity and 3 as the secondary quantity. So the meaning of primary quantity is whenever you are allocating the file, 2 tracks will be booked for that file. Now the secondary quantity will not be allocated during the allocation of the file, but as and when you enter data into the file and the space starts get occupying, so the secondary quantity of the space will be allocated as and when there is a requirement for space. Then coming to directory blocks, directory block should be 0 for PS file. You need to keep a note of this, that the directory block should be 0 for PS file. Then coming to record format. The record format can be fixed block or variable block. Initially, I'll create a file with fixed block. Record format fixed block indicates that the length of each record is same in this file. How a record looks like, I'll show that in the next video. But initially, you need to know that fixed block means the record length of each record of the file is same. And since the records are stored in the form of a block internally in the storage area, so the block size will also be fixed for a fixed block file. So whenever we are specifying fixed block, here in the record format we are specifying fixed block, it is indicating that the length of each record is same. Let's say the length of each record is 80. So we are saying record length is 8. Now the block size will be multiple of the record length. So let's say the block size is 800. That indicates that the records are stored in the form of a block or group. So if record length is 80 and block size is 800, that means there are 10 records in a block. Okay, so these are the basic parameters. The other parameters are not required. So we are providing the space unit, the primary quantity, the secondary quantity, directory block, record format, record length, and block size. Now if you press enter, so it will say that dataset allocated. This dataset is allocated with this name. If you again press enter, it will show the properties of the dataset. You provided these properties or attributes when allocating the dataset. So when you just click or press enter once again, it will show those properties. So this is how we are creating a PS file. Now coming to how to create a PDS file. We are following the same option 3.2 and here you type A. Now in the name field, I'm giving my id.first.pds1. Okay, so this is a PDS file. So I used a qualifier PDS1. You can use any qualifier of your choice. And now press enter. So again, it is asking for the parameters. So here I'm keeping all the parameters same except the directory block. For PDS file, you have to provide some values in the directory block. Let's say I give 5. The other parameters can be kept same. Fixed block 800. That means the record length of each record in this PDS will be 80 and block size is 800. But here we provided an additional parameter, that is the directory block, which I have given as 5. Okay, and just press enter, and so your PDS is allocated. And again you press enter here, it will show you the properties of the PDS. Now here you one thing note it down, that here the organization is PO. So PO stands for partitioned organization. Since it is a PS, so the organization will be partitioned organization, PO. If you see the organization of the PS file, so here if you just type the name of the PS file and press enter, so see here the organization is PS. So one more thing you learn, that organization, dataset organization for PS file is PS and for PDS file it is PO. Okay, in next video we'll see how to enter data in PS file.